You might notice something feels different lately. Not wrong, just quieter. And that quiet changes how some people respond to you. Not because you've changed in a way that's hostile, but because you're no longer providing what kept certain dynamics alive. Some connections were built around urgency, around emotional intensity, around reacting quickly, explaining often, adjusting constantly. When that intensity fades, the dynamic has to change, and not everyone knows how to meet you there. This isn't about blame, it's about structure. Some people learned you through your stress, through your availability, through your willingness to carry more than your share. When that version of you steps back, they don't always recognize what's left. That doesn't mean you disappeared. It means the relationship was oriented around instability. You're not colder now, you're clearer. You're not distant, you're no longer overextended. And clarity changes the contract. Some people will reach for the old version of you, not intentionally, not maliciously. It's just what they know. They may misread your calm as disengagement, your boundaries as withdrawal, your steadiness as indifference. That misunderstanding isn't yours to fix. You don't need to reintroduce chaos to feel familiar again. You don't need to over-explain your peace. You don't need to shrink your growth to stay recognizable. Some dynamics only survive when you're dysregulated, when you're always available, when you're always responding. You don't live there anymore. This version of you doesn't need intensity to feel connected. It doesn't rely on emotional swings to feel alive. It doesn't mistake volatility for depth. You're still capable of closeness, still capable of care, still capable of presence, just without self-abandonment. That shift can feel lonely at first, not because you're isolated, but because you're no longer participating in patterns that filled space without nourishing you. You didn't lose people. You outgrew certain ways of relating. That's not something you announce. It's something that reveals itself over time. The right connections won't need chaos to stay close to you. They won't require urgency to feel engaged. They won't need you at your limit to feel bonded. They'll meet you in steadiness. And the ones who can't, that isn't a failure, it's information. You don't need to correct anyone's perception of you. You don't need to explain your evolution. You don't need to justify why you're calmer now. Your nervous system doesn't owe familiarity to anyone. You're allowed to be recognized differently. You're allowed to be misunderstood for a while. You're allowed to let relationships reorganize themselves. Some will fall away quietly. Some will adjust. Some will meet you where you are. None of that requires force. You're not responsible for maintaining dynamics that cost you peace. This isn't loss. It's alignment. I'm here with you while things recalibrate. No pressure to perform. No need to return to old versions. No obligation to be recognizable to what no longer fits. Just steadiness. Just clarity. Just now.